feet flat on the floor. If you are sitting on a chair, if you are sitting on a cushion or a chair in a cross-legged position, just make sure you're comfortable. And shoulders over your hips, spine straight. Your spine has a natural curve in it anyway, so we're not going to ever get it completely straight, but it's nice just you don't want to be sort of compressed and slumped. So this is why we just visualize we have this string of light of pearls. So you can imagine you're someone's very slowly lengthening you. So just try and get a sense of that expansion. Just very quietly, very gently. You'll notice all the muscles just sort of untangling themselves. And you will notice that there's just a sort of a lengthening there. Head slightly tipped forward. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Make sure your eyes are down, whether they're open or closed. And if you're feeling a little bit sleepy, it's the end of your day and you're feeling just a bit fatigued and you need to wake up a bit, you can just crack your eyes open a little bit, let some light in. If we have our eyes open when we're meditating, very often it's a little bit too distracting unless you're very experienced. That's why we keep them closed. Relax the jaw. Hands in the meditation mudra. So we're just sitting in this very alert position in kind of a relaxed way. So just let's go to the crown of the head and just relax the scalp. And as you relax your scalp, the top of your head, you'll notice the forehead relaxes. Relax your eyebrows, your eyes, cheeks, ears, your nose, your mouth. Relax the jaw. And go to the back of the head and just relax all those muscles on the back of the scalp. And your neck and shoulders. And your chest and your arms, hands, fingers, your legs, feet and the toes. And just check you're not holding anything in your back. And if you are on a couch or in a chair and you're able to, try not to lean back into it and, we just try and support ourselves. Try not to have the chair or the couch as a support because it'll change your posture and your breathing. So let's just bring our mind to our breath. Just notice as you're breathing in, this flow of cool air across the nostrils. And then you're breathing out, the sensation of slightly warmer air. We just think we're going to do this Vajrasattva practice this morning. So we can purify all our negative karma. Stop those seeds from ripening into any kind of suffering, obstacles, so that we can be a benefit to others. So we just remind ourselves, you can do this, as Venerable Rabina was saying last Friday, you can do this practice in just a very relaxed, very natural way. It's very much a psychological process. So we just remind ourselves that there's nothing that we've done that's so awful that it can't be purified. We create negativity with our mind. We can create positivity with our mind. We can change our habits with our mind, with the way we think. It's entirely possible. So the first thing, this 4 opponent powers, the first step is regret. So maybe we just go over the day. Who did you talk to? What did you say? What were you thinking? Did you gossip about someone behind their back? Did you steal something? Did you accidentally take home a pen from the post office? Lama Rinpoche defines stealing as taking the ungiven. And then this week, maybe this year, this life, maybe you killed an animal, and in past lives. So the reason we're regretting is based on this logic of karma. We experience everything due to our past karma, due to our past actions. So having harmed others, we are going to necessarily experience suffering in the future. And so we know from present obstacles and suffering and things that go wrong, we don't really want any more of that. So we want to take these seeds out, get rid of these seeds before they ripen into any kind of difficulties. So we think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, broken my vows. So if we have pratamoksha, bodhicitta, bodhisattva, tantric vows, maybe we broke them. Maybe we don't even know what they are, so that's probably a good thing to do. Maybe go look them up if we don't remember what they are. Think about them, maybe meditate on them. Anyway, regret anything we have done to harm others. So then, okay, so we regret, but now who can we turn to? Who can help us? What do we do about this situation? So we come to the second of the four opponent powers, the power of reliance. This is, in this case, refuge. So we rely upon, we turn to the Buddha, the doctor, who has these methods that we can use to purify ourselves. So we're not asking the Buddha to forgive us. We want to use the methods to heal ourselves. It's really very simple. So we visualize Vajrasattva above the crown of your head, around about 2 inches above the crown of your head. And so you can imagine that he's your guru, your teacher, your lama, your mentor, your trusted friend. And this is the mind of this person manifesting in this way for your benefit. So you imagine this whole image is made of this blissful, radiant white light, translucent, emanating light, so brilliant that perhaps if we really were there in front of us, we probably wouldn't be able to look at it. This image is so bright. So he's sitting cross-legged on a lotus. His face is radiant and beautiful. His eyes are long, these lotus-like eyes, and very peaceful and full of love and compassion. Just looking at you and all sentient beings simultaneously with this unbelievable acceptance, love, non-judgmental. Knows everything you've done, doesn't matter anyway. Loves you, just wants to help you. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. And he's wearing these kind of beautiful silken clothes in the Royal Indian style. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right, the left holding a bell representing wisdom, the right holding a vajra representing the indestructibility of compassion, and their being crossed represents the union of these two. To the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So this is a little section here that Venerable Rabina's put in the practice where we're thinking about developing compassion. So in order to develop compassion, we need other beings, we need sentient beings. So in this case, the very beings we have harmed and those who have harmed us. we develop compassion for them. So think someone in particular, of somebody maybe you harmed recently, or maybe someone you've gossiped about. Maybe it wasn't a person, maybe it was an animal. And then maybe in general, situations that you may not remember. And now, this is a little bit more difficult, but try and remember, try and have compassion for those who have harmed you. The reason we have compassion for them is because your karma's finished to be harmed, their karma's just starting. So they will experience suffering in the future. So make a strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for the sake of all sentient beings. So you think, I must purify for their sake. So here we come to the power of the remedy, which is the third of the 4 opponent powers, which is this is the mantra, it's the medicine, it's doing the actual practice. So the first of these purification visualizations is the purification of the body. So you just visualize Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sending powerful white nectar from his heart chakra. It arcs around and enters into your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely. So you can imagine it's just pouring into you. And it comes out, sort of forces out from the lower parts of the body, all your negativities of the body in this form of inky liquid. And it disappears into space, not one atom left. So just recite the mantra as we visualize this. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa Sutokaya Mebowa Supokayo Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawa Siddhi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutta Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa, Sutokaya Mebowa, Supokaya Mebowa, Anarakta Mebowa, Sawa Siddhi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutta Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa, Sutokaya Mebowa, Supokaya Mebowa, Anarakta Mebowa, Sawa Siddhi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutta Me Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe. And now feel just delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is completely purified. And just think, there is no way you could do anything to benefit others now with your body. So now we come to the purification of the speech. So just visualize Guru Vajrasattva very happily sending powerful nectar from his heart chakra, again arcing around, entering your crown, filling your entire body. So this time forcing, as you know, it pours in, forces up to the top of your body all the negativity of the speech, and it just kind of overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So as LAMA YESHE says, just like when you turn on the tap in the sink and fill the dirty glass with like water, all this sort of junk flows to the top and overflows. So we imagine, as we're visualizing this and reciting the mantra, we imagine that all the gossip, the harsh speech, useless speech, lying, talking badly about others behind their backs and getting other people to agree with us, all of this is purified by the powerful nectar filling you. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, savasidi mepiyata sava kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva aham pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebowa sutokaya mebowa supokaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasidi mempi yata sawa kama sutame sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebowa sutokaya mebowa supokaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasidi mempi yata sawa kama sutame sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Now again, feel so happy that your speech is completely purified. And just imagine it's not possible that you could do anything other than be of benefit with your speech. So every time anyone hears you speak, their mind experiences benefit from that. Wouldn't that be amazing? So next is the purification of the mind. And Guru Vajrasattva, again, very compassionately, sending powerful beams of light from his heart chakra. This arcs around, enters your crown chakra, and filling your entire being. So as LAMA YESHE says, just as when you walk into a room and switch on a light, it dispels the darkness. In the same way, as soon as the light from Vajrasattva hits your heart chakra, all the negativities of your mind disappear. All the anger, the ill will, depression, anxiety, all instantly dispelled. The attachment, the neediness, resentment, jealousy, bitterness, etc., etc. All gone, not one atom left. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebowa sutokaya mebowa supakaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasidi mempi yata sawa kama sutame sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva aham pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebowa sutokaya mebowa supokaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasidi mempi yata sawa kama sutame sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva aham pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dida mebowa sutokaya mebowa supokaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasidi mempi yata sawa kama sutame sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan savatata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva aham pe. So now think, there's no space in your mind for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. How amazing. So this last little one is the purification of even the just subtle imprints of negativity of the body, speech and mind. So this time imagine that Guru Vajrasattva sends light and nectar again and fills you completely and eradicates even the subtlest imprint of negative energy from your mind. And I think, as Venerable Rabina was suggesting on Friday, you can do this different ways. You can either imagine, first of all, as we did for the first one, for the purification of the body, the light coming, and then the light coming through, pushing all the negative of the body out from the lower half of the body. And for the speech, the negativity is going out of the upper half of the body. You can do these one at a time, and the light coming in and blasting your heart chakra, removing all the negativities, all the delusions of the mind. Or you can do it simultaneously, so one after the other, or simultaneously, or just imagine light and nectar, whichever works best for you. So we're just removing all the sort of the subtle imprints right now of body, speech, and mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa Sutokaya Mebowa Supokaya Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa Sutokaya Mebowa Supokaya Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Now feel that you are completely purified, not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been removed. So the fourth opponent power is the power of resolve. So very, very crucial. It's just this determination not to harm with our body, our speech, and our mind again. And so without this determination, we are going to keep falling into the same old patterns over and over again. We'll just keep those same habits. So the determination, this aspiration to not harm again is a beacon that guides our body, our speech, and our mind in new directions, down new paths. So as Lama Rinpoche says, everything exists on the tip of the wish. So we maybe think of something that we'd like to work on, whether it's our speech. Maybe there's some self-talk that we do that's not terribly useful. We might tell ourselves that we're stupid all the time or we can't do something. When we're doing that, we're not giving ourselves any space. It's not helpful. So maybe we can try and make a determination to catch ourselves as we're about to engage in some sort of negative self-talk. Sometimes we don't recognize that we have been engaging in negative self-talk until we start to feel depressed. So it's good to sort of backtrack. Where does that depression begin in our mind? So perhaps we can make a determination to not engage in sort of negative things with our mind. Maybe there's something we do, we have this thought about a person that we maybe don't like. Maybe we can try and see something positive about that person, find one good thing about them. Maybe we have a habit to eat too much cake or drink too much coffee, so maybe we can cut that down a bit. Whatever it is you like to work on that you feel is not helpful to your life, you can try and change that habit. So we don't lie to ourselves, as Lama Rinpoche says, just do something that's realistic, that works for us. So maybe we say between now, tonight, before I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, 7 or 8 hours later, 6, 7, 8 hours later, I will not gossip. And you won't, because you'll be asleep. Or for 5 minutes, I will hold my tongue. I will not answer back. Something like that. Maybe we just want to generally make a vow to make the effort to avoid negative actions, negative things with our body, speech, and mind. You'll be surprised, just even doing that on a very simple level, all of a sudden you'll realize, oh, okay, you'll find yourself going in new directions. So to conclude, Guru Vajrasattva is absolutely delighted with us. So wanting to merge with your mind, melts into light, absorbs into you through your crown. So we think here, my Guru's body, speech and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech and mind, and my own body, speech and mind are the same thing. And LAMA YESHE calls this union oneness. Next, as Lama Rinpoche recommends, we meditate on the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. So just place your mind in that place for a while, as much as you understand this concept of emptiness. And think about all phenomena as being empty, not existing from their own side. And also sometimes can just say to yourself, well, maybe things aren't the way I think they are. Maybe they don't exist the way they actually appear to me. So just a quick dedication. I'm already a little late. So how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free from the closeness of attachment and the distance of hatred. May they abide in equanimity. I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it will be if all sentient beings were to achieve Buddhahood. May they achieve Buddhahood. I myself will cause them to achieve Buddhahood. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they be free from suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separated from the happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And as a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. So let's just go on to the dedication. His Holiness, Dalai Lama, long life prayer. The wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for Lama Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers, honoring the 3 jewels, savor of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then for Lama Ursel, Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us and intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request. O Lama, please, please live long. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Sorry to take you over a couple of minutes. Lovely to see you all. Okay, thank you so very much. So see you next time. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.